In this video, I'll show you how to import rosters from Infinite Campus into Smart Response. The first thing you will need to do is log in to Infinite Campus. On the left side, you will click on the Instruction heading, and then at the very bottom of Instruction is Reports. Under Reports, look for the blank spreadsheet. We will need this report to help create our roster file. Be sure you check Show Student IDs. Here you can see up at the top we're doing the second period class for this teacher. You'll need to do this once for each period. Scroll down to the bottom and hit Generate Report. You'll then have to wait for the report to generate. Once it has generated, I'll zoom out so that I can see everything on the screen. If by some chance your cursor is a small hand, you will need to right click and select the Select tool. Then we can highlight all of the names. Once they're all highlighted, right click and hit Copy. That is all we need from this report, so I will close it. I can minimize Infinite Campus because I may want to come back and do other class periods. In your Start menu, open up Microsoft Excel, or if you have a shortcut on your desktop, use that. Right-click in cell A1 and hit Paste. This will put all of the content we just copied into one cell. However, we need to break it up over multiple cells. So up at the top, notice I still have all of the data selected. If by some chance you click off of it and it's not selected, just click the A at the top of the first column and it will select the entire column. Go to the Data tab and then Text to Columns. Don't worry about changing any things on this first screen. Simply hit Next. You want to check the bottom three boxes, comma, space, and Other. And in the Other, we will put the pound sign. The reason we're doing this is because if we look back at our names, there are spaces that separate names, commas that separate names, and then the pound sign separates the student ID number. Hit Next after we have checked those three boxes and entered the pound sign. Now simply hit Finish. And here you see that all of our names have been divided out. Notice it is very easy to find entries that need to be fixed. We have these two entries here and here that need to be fixed so that they stay in alignment. In both of these cases, the student has a two-part last name. So this last name should be Gomez Garcia. So I'll click on the Gomez cell and add the Garcia to the last name, and then I can just delete the Garcia cell. Similarly down here with this name, it should be Height the third. So in the Height cell, I'll add the third, and then I will delete it from the other cell. Now we simply just move all of this to the left. Highlight the three cells, right click and hit Cut. Click on the empty cell, right click and hit Paste. And again, to do this one, highlight the three cells, right click and hit Cut. Click on the empty cell, right click and hit Paste. We do not need middle names or middle initials for this file. So I will click the C at the top of column C, right click and hit Delete. Do not use the Delete button here. You must right click at the top and choose Delete so that it deletes the column. Using the Delete key will only delete the contents. Now we will go over and hit the 1 at the front of column 1. Right click and choose Insert. This gives us a space to enter the proper column headers. The first column should read Last Name. The second column is First Name. And finally, the third column should read Student ID. At this point, all we need to do is save this file and it will be ready to import. Go to File. Be sure you choose Save As. I recommend saving it to your desktop because once we import it, we will no longer need this file. You will need to change the file type. By default, it goes to the newer Excel format. However, Smart Response will not read that format. You want to choose Excel 97 through 2003 workbook.xls. Name the file something so that it has some meaning. So this is my second period class. and hit save. At this point, we can close our Excel file, and we see right here on the desktop that we have created our file to import into Smart Response, which will be covered in another video.